Hi, Gemini. I am here to do the overview reading for you and your person. We're going to do videos or shorts for all 12 signs, you and Aries, you and Taurus, you and Gemini, if you're Gemini dealing with another Gemini. But this here is the overview energy, okay? And we're going to do 4 cards here, and then we're going to look at a Soul's Journey card, as well as a Money and the Law of Attraction card. And then you can check out the individual signs, you and whatever the energy is between you and your person. And I will be showing these cards in that video as well. But this is a good one. This is the overview to refer back to. Thank you for being here with me. We're going to get right into it with the Justice card, okay? So some of you are dealing with a Libra, and what's so interesting is, well, no, that's a tangent. We don't need to talk about that, but the Justice card, the Fool, it is reversed. The Fool energy, that's Aries energy. Some of you may be dealing with an Aries. The Eight of Swords, Taurus got that in their overview as well. You may be dealing with a Taurus, okay? And we have the Five of Swords reversed. Five of Swords reversed. So it's not quite as bad as the Five of Swords upright. When you have the Five of Swords upright, it feels like you feel defeated. It's not a good card. But we do have our 2 majors. I'm going to go ahead and speak to this one first, though. This is about, when you have the Five of Swords reversed, it's also about self-consciousness, but overcoming that in a way. You know, I don't care what other people think about me, you know, within reason. You can be somewhere where there's someone noisy in a restaurant at the next table and they're ruining the nice date that you're having, but you don't want to confront that person because we don't know who's crazy out there these days. They could pull out a gun, they could do this. It's not worth it. You know, we talk to the waiter and we say, hey, is there a chance we could move tables, you know, somewhere quieter? You know, we handle it a different way. So it's not stupidity in getting past self-consciousness, but it's, I don't care what people think about me, and not being rude to people, but just, I don't care. If that person's looking at me kind of weird, I'm doing me. I'm confident. It matters what I think about me, not what all these people think about me. It's our Five of Swords reversed. Now, our main card here, our main focus is justice. Again, you may be dealing with a Libra, that balance there, and that karma. This is a karma card. You know, you may, if you're familiar with the Witch's Tarot, they call it karma, I believe, in that deck. I think. I get confused sometimes, to be honest. But, you know, what you put out, you're getting back. And sometimes you're getting it back threefold or tenfold. You know, so you want to be careful what you put out there. Again, we're not confident to the point, not caring what people think about us. It doesn't mean disrespect people at all. It means handle the situations appropriately, but I'm doing it. I'm not going to be like, oh, I don't want to go to that place because I know that person there doesn't like me. I don't care. I'm going where I want to go. And that may be your message here, Gemini. You may feel trapped, like I shouldn't go to that place, or I shouldn't do this. And don't worry about I should or shouldn't. Have that confidence. Don't worry about what people around you are thinking, and do your thing. That's my message here. This is an illusion of feeling trapped. It's an illusion. We get over it. We get over that self-consciousness. And this is not really where I had hoped the Gemini video would go for our overview, but we do have the 12 individual signs, but I'm sure there's someone out there that really needs to hear that, okay? But the justice. What did you do? What are you doing in your relationship, okay? What are you putting out towards that person? Well, think about if you were in their shoes, would you want that back? Sometimes, you know, as women, we don't take it so serious if we're friendly with another man or something. And that's not right. We wouldn't like it if our man was friendly with another woman. So you got to think about that. You know, really give it some thought. There's a lot of thought here on the board with the Justice being Libra energy, air sign energy like you, Gemini, as well as our swords here. Okay, so a lot of mental energy here. And again, with the Fool, the Aries energy, look before you leap. You know, let's just not act irrationally. Let's think before we act, is all the Fool is saying. There's a warning. But inherent in the Fool energy is beginner's luck. and landing on your feet and being okay. But don't assume that's the case. Think before you take action. Okay. It is a good reminder. What are you manifesting? And like I say, that's always the question. What are you manifesting, Gemini, in your relationship, in your breakup? Do you want to put this back together? What are you doing that works for or against that? Okay. So this is our Soul's Journey card. And I will probably pull these for the individual signs, maybe not always if the videos start to run too long. This is blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. That's what I'm saying. That ties in here so well. You know, my well-being is up to me. If I want to go to that place over there, but I'm self-conscious because I think the person that works there doesn't like me, do I care about the person who works there? Again, I'm going to be respectful of that person, absolutely. But if they roll their eyes when I come in because I'm crazy tarot lady, or you know, whatever it is they're perceiving you as, I don't care. I don't give an F. Am I allowed to say fuck on here? You know what I mean. I don't care. I'm accepting responsibility for my well-being. But again, we're talking about in relationship. What am I putting out? What am I doing with my partner that, you know, is going to reflect back into the connection and affect my well-being, because I do love this person and care about them. So that's what we have there. Let's talk about money and the law of attraction. These sometimes can very much relate to relationship, even though this is specific to money. And I like these cards. I love these cards. I love the law of attraction and the law of vibration, which is behind the law of attraction. You know, and also the law of assumption, living in the end. You know, everyone is you pushed out. If I go wherever I go in my relationship with my partner to a place with confidence, I don't have that self-consciousness, then things are going to manifest immediately so much different. I'm interacting different. I'm bringing a different energy to the scenario. I'm bringing a different energy to the scenario with my partner. And now they have no choice but to also bring a different energy. You know, we're on a different wavelength here. Okay, so again, with the economy and things, money and the law of attraction, what do we have? I can earn money by doing what I love to do. This is number 58. Okay, so this is the card. And what we're talking about here, as you practice your more positive, better feeling story, bring that better feeling energy into your relationship. In time, your pleasure will become the dominant vibration within you. And then as you couple your pleasure with your means of earning, the two will blend perfectly and enhance each other. It just reminds me of, you know, the chakra system, and I believe, I'm not that familiar with it, the money and the love, it's somewhere in the same vicinity. And one does affect the other very closely. You know how life is. Everything is going good. I've got the good karma with my person, with the job, and then, I got my hours cut. Now my person's mad at me because I'm self-conscious and I'm not acting from a confident place. I'm acting from anxiety, and it's kind of a turnoff, and now things are going downhill. We don't want to do that. We want to practice the better feeling story and liking what you do for work and letting it flow and being in the flow of that. And as that happens and it builds and builds and builds, all that momentum, the two blend together and you manifest what you want. There is no better way to earn money than to do the things you love to do. Money can flow into your experience through endless avenues, okay? And we're talking from a logical perspective as well, multiple streams of income. It is not the choice of the craft that limits the money that flows, but only your attitude towards money, attitude being so important. And actually, I would say that's what our overview is all about, the attitude. What is my attitude about myself? How am I not making myself small? Don't make yourself small. In my relationship, in places that I go, how I interact with the world, you know? Get rid of that self-consciousness. And the Five of Swords reversed indicates that that's where we're at with this. Getting rid of the self-consciousness and being in our confidence and doing things for us from a confident way in our relationship and in the world in general, Gemini. That's what's going on now, and we're going to get to the individual signs. I thank you so much for being here with me. See you soon.